early morning to day 3. Just kidding, it's 7:42. But really any time is early up here because it's always sun shining, you know? It never really goes down, so you can't really say, you know, we're wasting daylight because, well, you always have daylight, which is pretty cool. First stop is hopefully first stop is Fort McPherson, where we have the first crossing via ferry of a river. And then after that, you know, we'll just keep riding. Got another ferry crossing. Let's make sure no one's coming. Oh, what a surprise, no. And then we just keep heading north to Tuk. Oh, Scott's feeling it. He is. I gotta catch up. All right. Also, one thing I noticed yesterday as well is after my little spill, my right handlebar, like this section here, is bent. Definitely. So I guess once this road trip's over, you know, get a new bar, take all these controls off and put that all back together. Ooh, it's chilly on the bike this morning. Holy cow. I love these purple flowers that are always growing on the side of the road. Almost like, looks like they, you know, had planters and they just went along the whole highway and threw flowers up. I go over so you can see. This place looks a lot like all the photos and movies I've seen that took place in Iceland. I don't know if we're at like the same latitude. We gotta be close, right? Like Iceland's way up there. Moving out of the mountains now and into the tundra. The big flat open tundra. The GoPro won't be able to see it, but just past that ridge I can see a bunch of marshes. I can also see what you can't see, the mosquito that has been biting me for the past few minutes, floating around right in front of my eyes, inside my helmet. What a bastard. Hey, this must be the ferry. And it looks like we're getting here just in time. No. Wow, and we get to go right away. All right. That was like the most convenient thing ever. Pulled up right when the ferry was getting to our side. They immediately brought us back to this side. Look at that. And we've made it to city number 2, Fort McPherson, baby. I think this is the big town. This is the big one on the way up. Oh yeah. Finally, civilization. I think the goal here though is for me to pick up some groceries and get some gas. So got gas and some convenience at this gas and convenience store. We also have some connection here to cell service and took the opportunity to look at weather over the next few days, and it looks difficult, is one way to put it. After tomorrow afternoon, the entire route basically is going to be waterlogged for probably the next week. So might do something crazy here, which is get up to Tuk and then get as far south as possible before the rain starts. I'm not sure how far that's going to be, considering that we have to get on ferries and they have only a certain operating schedule. And you know, obviously I haven't ridden up all the way to Tuk yet, so I'm not sure what the road looks like up there, but that's kind of the best we can work with, because and a long day like that, you know, in the land where the sun never sets, might be worth it, since when this road does turn to mush, which it will with rain, it is worth being as far south as possible to avoid it. So difficult things to think about right now. And if worse comes to worse, you know, obviously I will just take my time, put on my rain gear, put on my garbage bag boots, and roll with the skis deployed, you know? So we'll see what happens. I'm excited, you know, but nervous at the same time. That's what adventure's about though, right? So I've been giving Operation Mad Dash a little more thought, and I don't think it's possible. See, the problem with riding straight through, right, is it's currently, you know, 1 p.m. right now. The problem is that getting up to Tuk is going to take us at least till 7 p.m.-ish, 8 p.m. And then we have to ride back. And the problem with the ride back is all of the gas stations between Tuk and Dawson City are not self-serve. You have to pay a person at the register, and, you know, businesses close. So we're literally not going to be able to get gas. The other thing we have to think about too are the ferries. I brought that up before, but I mean, by the time we get back to here, which is where the 2 ferry crossings are, it'd be around midnight, maybe a bit later even. So that's just not going to be possible, because I believe they close service at 11 p.m. So it's kind of looking like, no matter what at the moment, we're gonna have to suffer through some rain. And not just some, but, you know, all of it. The entire ride back, basically, from tomorrow morning, until Dawson City, is gonna be all rain. And that really sucks dick. There's no other way to describe it. That just sucks a big old fat dick. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll fix some skis to my feet, set down my tripod, and go 20 kilometers an hour for, you know, 20 hours. 'Cause it's gonna be it's gonna be almost, you know, I'm thinking tomorrow morning, if we leave at you know, 6 a.m. or something like that, we have about 6 hours of decent weather, and for that we could probably get back to maybe just Fort McPherson, maybe a little past Fort McPherson. But I mean, at that point then we still have around 400 kilometers to go, so then what, 10-hour days of 20 kilometers an hour slowly going back? I guess it's that, or, you know, live up here. Those are really the two options. So looks like it's gonna be wet, and I don't know how much of that I'm gonna film. I'll try to get some, you know, footage here and there, but I feel like most of the time I'm gonna be so focused on not crashing that I'm not really gonna have anything to say. So it might just be like a silent film. That could be cool. Or maybe I'll do some voiceover. Everyone likes a good voiceover, right? Yeah. Tough decisions. Tough decisions. But it is what it is. What am I supposed to do? Bit of a lighter note. Ferry crossing number 2. Number 2! And then this will also be ferry crossing number 3, eventually. Hopefully. This ferry is a little bit bigger. Looks like we had 2 stops. So just got off the back of this village. We're gonna head over there to the cliffs. Say hi, Scott.
Hi, Scott.
Hi, Scott.
Hey, Alex.
Okay. Crossing number 2 complete. Let's see when these guys close tomorrow. Well, I guess tonight is when we're trying to get here. $11:15 was the last trip. What was first trip? 30. Okay. So my battery died, but no worries because not much was missed. There's a lot of dust. A hell of a lot of dust on the road between Inuvik and the last ferry. But now I've eaten, I've had some poutine, of course, and we're heading up to Tuk to go dip our feet in the water, man. Oh yeah, poutine. Wow, that was so good. And now we get to go north, hit up that Arctic Ocean, and then get back south as far as possible. All right. Inuvik, though, look at the size of this town. It's actually a town. Like, I was, of course, joking about McPherson, but this is like a legitimate establishment. Pretty cool, huh? The main drag. Oh yeah, this road reminds me what I was trying to say before. The entire way here, it was just all dust, all gravel. You couldn't see anything for the most part. Pine trees on both sides and no mountains to speak of. It was pretty much just this exact image for you know, an hour, so you didn't miss much, which is nice. Man, I'm gonna be real happy to get back on pavement. Oh my god, I can only imagine how smooth it's gonna feel. Ooh. I feel like slipping into a hot shower after a long day's work. 'Cause this has been work. And tomorrow I'm gonna be real worked. real worked up. Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna be chill. Just chilling. One of the other cool things about this road to Tuk is that it was only finished really 5 years ago. So this is a pretty new infrastructure that I'm on right now, which is really fun to experience. And I think it's been closed for like a couple of those years. Look at that. Tuktoyaktuk. 142 kilometers. I mean, at this speed, we'll be there in like 2 hours. Hell yeah. Let's go. It's cool watching this road. It's like putting a Hot Wheels track over like carpet or something like that. The landscape just keeps flowing and rolls up, and we got our little elevated road here. It keeps snaking back and forth between valleys or lulls in the rolls. Clean off that camera lens. Maybe that's better? I don't know. You tell me. Oh, watch out for that one. I have taken point momentarily. And now it is starting to look like all those pictures of the north. Just marsh, like no trees, and little itty bitty ponds speckled throughout. This gravel is very deep. Let me tell you, we're just about at sea level, but it does not feel that way. Pull over real quick to let Scott take a poo. I thought something was pretty funny is how the natives up here just kind of leave their snowmobiles just sitting around waiting for winter time. And then I assume just when it snows again, they're just like, all right, let's fire them up. Let's go for a ride. Or actually, let's get somewhere, because I'm sure it's their only form of transportation in the winter. Alright, I gotta stop gawking. This gravel keeps getting deeper and shallower and deeper, and then sometimes the gravel isn't even gravel, it's just a bunch of really big rocks next to each other. Although I have gotten a lot better at standing up on a motorcycle, so there's a plus. Pro tip to any other beginners like me out there: if you come across any slippery gravel or anything like that, anything with big old potholes, stand up. You get a lot more stable thanks to inertia. Okay, I think this is it. On the outskirts of Tuk. Wow, what a ride. That last little bit, there were some patches. One turn in particular where I almost went off. Oh my god, it was like trying to stop a freight train. My front end was all whoa, whoa, whoa. But I just stood up, you know? Or I was already standing up, but I stood up even taller, puffed my chest out, and said, I will not fall. And then the universe listened, so that was pretty cool. Whew, that was a tight one. Well, there it is, the sign. Welcome to Tuktoyaktuk, which I definitely pronounced wrong. 69th degree. Nice. I've been standing for too long, I will sit. There's the airfield over there, in case you want to fly in. And this must be Main Street. Smell all that lumber going up in whatever that building is, a storehouse or something. And even though I said I was smelling the sea earlier, I'm definitely right next to it and I can't smell it, so I don't know what's happening with me. So much to take in. You know, even though it's a small town, it's just like I'm trying to absorb every single second. My eyes are all over the place. Oh, I want to play baseball. It is going down in Tuck tonight. All right. Wow, you can really just drive up to it, huh? Wow, look at that. The frickin' Arctic Ocean. Well, here we are. The Arctic Ocean, the pinnacle of this trip, you know, both metaphorically but very much physically as well. That is the Arctic Ocean. Kind of the whole point of this, actually. I know I named the whole series, you know, To Alaska, but I'm glad it came to Tuck, because it has been a rewarding an extremely difficult ride up here for me, for sure. In case you didn't know, I've been riding motorcycles for a total of, I think, 2 months now. So this is a big wake-up call for me. Probably should have, you know, taken some more time to get better at it, but it is what it is. Made it up though, and now I just need to make it back, but I think I'm just going to take a moment here to kind of soak in the view and let you soak it in as well. I think I plan on playing, I don't know, some music or something like that in the background and just let this kind of play out. So I'm going to take my helmet off here and go walk down by the water.
just happy.